Hi, you've reached What's on Scott's Mind. I'm going to lean back, wearing a blue shirt today. So, I don't know. I don't know why I'm fixated on what shirts I wear for this segment, but apparently I am. So, we are heading into I think this is what, the second to the last week. Next week is the last Monday in the month of April 2026. So, next week will be the last April What's on Scott's Mind. April or 2026 has just seemed to really move away very rapidly. I don't know. It's been a year. 2025 was a tough year. 2026 was so far has been an interesting year. The end of 2025, I got laid off, and I've been doing contract work since then, as well as writing and doing other things. So in the long run, I think for my career, for my personal health, for my mental health, for my stability, it's better to not be working where I was. But like all things, it's an experience. It's a learning process. It's a change, and change isn't always good. 7 years is a long time to spend at a place, and so when you leave, it becomes painful. So anyway, neither here nor there. Yes, I talk with my hands, and I can't help it. I've done it my whole life. Um, I once, when I was teaching second grade many years ago, I, I used to hold the chalk in my hand, and of course I would gesticulate broadly, and I flung chalk across the room all the time. The janitor used to make fun of me for doing that. I always cleaned it up. I didn't leave it there for him, but he would make fun of the fact that I would go through a box of chalk in a week, and everybody else in the school would go through a box of chalk in a year. That's that gesticulation problem that I guess catches up with you over time. My apologies. I'm accepting the reboot of my iPad for iOS 26.4. So getting that finally up to date. I forgot I did everything else. I did my Vision Pro. I did my phone. I did my watch. I did my Mac. I forgot my iPad. The problem with the iPad is I use it every day to play games and to work on things, and so I don't think about upgrading it. I guess in the end, it's one of those things where you don't. The last thing you do, right? The last thing you upgrade is probably the first thing you should have upgraded, but neither here nor there. Always happy to finish the upgrade process. I have a bunch of computers in the house too now, and I have to go through and update all of those. It's annoying, but it is important. You need to keep computers up to date, and so you move from there. I have one computer that I haven't used in a while. I'm thinking about moving it to a different location, so I potentially would use it more. But it doesn't really do anything that I don't have in other computers now. So it's become an interesting problem of what computer to use, and it ends up being I'm down to using basically three computers, one for each of the specific functions. One is my AI computer, one is my writing/production computer, and the other is my blog publishing and video publishing computer. So I've kind of gone through all of those. I'm probably going to start getting rid of computers at some point soon. The reason being, I just don't need them. And when you don't need a computer, you shouldn't keep it, right? It does you no good. It does the world no good. Somebody else can use that computer and gain value in having that computer. So that's kind of where I am with what's going on. Anyway, that's that for that. Next thing, let's see. Well, the Cubbies are over 500. In my world, as a longtime Cubs fan, when we're over 500 early in the season, that's a good thing for me. Um, it is it is really, I guess, as a longtime Cubs fan, I've started many seasons where there were ends of April where we were out of the consideration for anything, right? So it's always good to in my world when the Cubbies are still relevant in April, May, June, July, August. It just I love the Cubs, always have, always will. So it's important to me that they are relevant, and so that's where I am right now with sports because it is baseball season. The other thing is, Indiana University had a massive portal haul, which is great. I'm glad to see Darren DeVries doing well. I have faith in him. I think he's going to be a good coach for IU. And I do think the basketball team's going to be better this year than it was last year. Last year wasn't horrible, but we weren't good. And I'm used to Indiana University basketball being good. Good. Not good enough, not okay, but good. I guess I was spoiled for many years growing up with the quality of the IU basketball team. So neither here nor there, right? It's just one of those situations where you get used to excellence. It happens. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. You reached What's on Scott's Mind.